Okay guys, let's talk about modification. If you could see, these jeans are way too long for me, but they have a unique design on them. You see, it got like some little ruffles and stuff that's going down, a little velvet tie. So if I would do alterations on this, like how would I do it where I could still have the opening? Which way would I do it? So with these particular ones, I took them and I folded them up, right? Brought them up to the length that I need them to be, and I'm going to take some pins and I'm going to pin it. And then what I'm going to do is take a top stitch and sew it all the way going around, so it won't get rid of that, and it'll have it, but it's also giving it more of a, like a bell to the bottom. Or there's another way that you can do this. If you got these jeans from Fashion Over and you realize that, oh my God, they're too long, but I don't want to lose the bottom. What can I do? How can I modify these jeans so that they work? And then another way that you can do these modify, you would take elastic and sew it on this side, and you see what it'll do? It'll do a scrunch effect. Let me use this. It'll do like a, it'll do a scrunch effect when you take the elastic and gather it. You see that? So you could either take the elastic and gather it like this to make it not be dragging on the floor so bad, or you could sew it going all the way around like this. Either or. And then if you be like, I really don't sew, I'm not a person that sew, you can take double-sided interfacing like this, but so this is double-sided interfacing, okay? So you'll take a piece of this interfacing, you'll cut it, right? You'll cut it and cut it going all the way around, that it can go in there. And I'm just trying to do this demo really quick for y'all. So you'll cut this going all the way around. So what you'll wind up doing is putting this inside, right? Because it's double-sided. Putting this inside, and what you'll wind up doing is ironing this. If you don't want to sew it, get fusible double-sided interfacing. So you'll put this in, and then you would take a hot iron and heat it up. You'll take a hot iron and heat this up, and it will fuse these jeans together without you sewing it at all. So if you're a person that don't really sew, and you're like, you know what, I'm not a person that sews, I don't want to go through all that, so you can use the double-sided fusible interfacing where it's both sides, and you could fuse it where that would be the way that you would do that. So which way I'm more leaning toward? I'm more leaning toward this way, because it's another jeans I'm going to show y'all how to do. I'm going to do the scrunches. So if you get jeans from Fashion Over and they got, like, you know, nice little design, and you wondering how can I modify this to make it work for me, where it can work and I can have it, you could do these ways and modify it. So yeah, I'm going to take a stitch, top stitch, I'm going to top stitch it going all the way around, and I'm going to do the other side. And then these jeans will be able to fit without dragging the floor, getting all the dirt in the world, and without me have to wear heels. If I just want to put these on without me having on heels, because if you're going to wear heels all the time, then you wouldn't have to do this modification. But I'm not the type that wear heels all the time, so I don't want the jeans dragging the floor, picking up all the dirt on the ground and stuff, and that just actually ruins the jeans and looks real nasty. So I definitely don't want to do that. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. So if you get these jeans from Fashion Over, you can modify it where you bring it up and you'll do a top stitch going all the way around, or you can do the elastic scrunching on this side, and as you see, you can pull it up where the jeans won't be dragging the floor, but it'll be uniquely gathered like that. So either or. All right, guys, that's how you will modify fashionable jeans with designs at the bottom without losing the design. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Toodles. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I got one leg done, and we're going to do the other one. We're going to do the other one on camera. Guys, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and everything. And I will say again out loud, I had no sewing knowledge or anything. And I used to go on YouTube and I watch Misha TV, and this young lady was sewing all kinds of stuff, and I got inspired to want to do that. And you know, she's no longer with us, but she would show all these different tips and different stuff like that, and just a pure positive like person, just even Bible scriptures and everything. But I learned a lot of things from her, and later in life I got my diploma in dressmaking and pattern design. Like, for the people that know me, I used to be the wig lady, and I was really off deep into the wigs and stuff like that. I wound up losing my son. I wind up kind of having a nervous breakdown where I never was able to go back to that. It took me a long time to kind of just find myself. So where I'm at now on YouTube, I'm not necessarily on YouTube to sell products and stuff for people like I used to. I just, to be honest, my therapist was like, you spend a lot of time alone. You're an introvert, you know, make your time wisely, because, you know, they say idle mind is the devil's place, the devil's treasure or something like that. And with me, you know, a lot of stuff that I'm going through, I have depression issues, so I don't like to stay dwelling in the past. So I try to do stuff that make me happy, and sewing, and, you know, my little cooking tips. And I just feel like, hey, you know, if I could give something back, little tips and stuff. And somebody was reading the comment and watch me do the shorts with the last, it was like, wow, I had to watch it a couple times to kind of understand what you was saying and what you was doing. But I really appreciate that. So if I can bring stuff like that, you know, I don't know everything, but, you know, the stuff I do know, and the easy tips that we can do and stuff like that. And sometimes I get on here and I just vent with y'all. So I'm all over the place. I appreciate y'all being here with me, hanging in. And, you know, on my channel, you get the good, the bad, the ugly. So this is just a journey of me sharing behind the scenes and different stuff. And I thought, I'd say, you know what, probably a lot of people buy these jeans and stuff. And because they're designed a unique way, especially if you go to a lot of older tailors, their mind ain't gonna operate that. You know, they mind will be, oh, we cut it off and you will lose half of the design at the bottom. They, you know, that might be their thought process to do it. Then, oh, how about we bring it up and shorten it? And, you know, it might be a stitch there, but it'll kind of look like the pants, y'all see that, was made like that. So what I'm gonna do now is show y'all how to do this. And you'll just bring it up when the pants is too long, and you got this beautiful modification on the side that you can't, you know, do the normal hem, because it's going to take away from the design. So you bring it up and you just be unique. So I wanted to share it with you guys what I do. So I got it folded up on here. Take off your sewing machine arm, pin it down, and we're going to slide it under here. Slide it all the way. Lift up your presser foot. Make sure your threads is to the back. And a lot of times, guys, my words might be backwards. So if I say something backwards, I don't do a lot of editing. So if I say something backwards, just know what please just know what I'm trying to say. Just kind of be like, okay, I don't think she meant to say that, because I don't do any editing. You know, my videos is not edited and all that type of stuff. So I just kind of go with the flow. Okay, so we put the presser foot down. We go forward, reverse. You always do a reverse stitch. Okay, you always do that reverse stitch and go around. And I would say to anybody that never worked a sewing machine, don't be afraid. Guess what? I never worked a sewing machine. Y'all know how I learned how to thread a sewing machine? I went to a sewing class, and they teach you basic sewing machine threading. And the best way to do is for you to purchase your sewing machine. And at the same time, I'm pulling, guys, because these are spandex jeans. I'm pulling it to line up. So you'll purchase your sewing machine. You'll go to these classes, and they will teach you how to sew on your sewing machine. And if at that time you don't have a machine, you can use theirs. But I would suggest get you a sewing machine and bring it with you to the class, because you will know how to work your machine, because you might go home and all the functions on that machine may be different from your machine. Okay, so I would say don't be afraid. If you want to do anything, do it. Go to these channels. Sit there and just watch. Learn. And if somebody is teaching in a way where it's complicated, then that channel won't be for you. Find another channel. Because I went on YouTube, and some people, they channels was too complicated for me. And when I found Misha, she was exactly what I needed. She explained it where it wasn't explained in a way for somebody that, you know, is a average, you know, average source, more or less. you know, if she broke it down where it'd be like, oh, okay, fold this up, do this. So she didn't talk a lot of measurements and centimeters and stuff like that like a lot of channels did. So when I try to teach y'all, I try to follow that model that I learned from Misha, because she didn't teach a lot of that, those type of models. I always do a forward and reverse stitch, okay? And then we're going to pull it out, and I'm going to show y'all. It's that simple. And if you don't sew, remember, get the double-sided fusible interfacing. And I do like to get all my stuff off Amazon. And the reason why, I get a lot for my money. I get a whole lot for my money. So you look for the threads, and we're going to cut this off. We're going to come back. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. I'll probably do it tomorrow, because I got to find the elastic that I'm looking for. Let me scooch back. And y'all bear with me too, because sometimes I am a silly girl, so I like to laugh and say goofy stuff. But can you see? This is how they've been modified. So now when I put these jeans on, they've been modified where I can wear them without them dragging the floor, okay? Without them dragging the floor. So that's how you modify. You got jeans and they're way too long and you're like, oh my gosh, they're too long or whatever. And make sure they're identical. Line them up where you do it identical, okay? So when you putting that hem in, I don't know if you guys noticed, they're identical. I lined it up where they're the same. And you see, you barely can see that little line, but I did a top stitch and I used some dark royal blue thread, and we did that. So now when I put on these jeans, either if I wear them with heels or if I decide to wear them with flats, I won't be picking up all the dirt and the rocks and whatever's on the ground and ruining the jeans. I know a lot of men, probably younger men, like in school, you'll see like a lot of people might wear their jeans and they intentionally let them drag the floor and the dirt, the debris and everything. No, I don't want my jeans doing that. I don't want them dragging the floor and pulling everything. Even when a woman is getting married, her train, somebody holds it for her because she don't want to be walking around dragging every bit of dirt. But coming into the chapel or something, she'll drag it then. But when the wedding is over, she don't want to get that train all dirty from dragging it all around the floor. It's like you mopping and sweeping the floor. So this is how you modify those jeans. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my YouTube family, okay? So, all right, guys, that's how I modify these jeans. And we'll start doing more tips. Thanks for watching. Toodles.